record and not forget. All right. Okay, so let us have you sing this, huh? Trimantra.
Mi grupo en Argentina cantamos el Trimantra.
Hola, ¿se escucha?
Yo te escucho, vos. Yo te escucho, ¿me escuchás?
Sí,
bueno,
perfecto.
canten ustedes el Trimantra.
Ok.
Namo Arihantana Namo Sudana Namo Ayaleyana Namo Vasayana Namo Loye Sabasaunam Eso Panchanamukharo Sabapanashanu Mangalanam Chasavesim Palanam Havai Mangalam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Shivaya Satchidanam Namo Vidragaya Namo Arihantana
Hola.
Sí, ¿qué es esto de aquí?
Es porque hay atrás también, pero sí. No, espera. Es que dice algo.
Namo Vidragaya Namo Arihantana Namo Vasayana Sabapavapanashanu Mangalanam Chasavesim Palanam Havai Mangalam Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namah Shivaya Jai Satchidanam Jai Satchidanam Jai Satchidanam.
No está silenciando ya no está silenciado. Él está silenciado.
Now, can you hear me now? Yes? Okay. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, Patricia, I'll just unmute you. So, all right, Jai Sachidanand.
Charan Shuddha.
Who is Martha? Do you know who Martha is? Martha?
Hello.
Okay, Martha. Martha, can we see you? Hola, Martha.
Later, now is not possible. But
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, Martha, where are you from? Where are you? Are you? Huh?
Madrid?
Madrid. All right, Martha. So Martha is in Madrid, and she will come in and let us see her later on.
Yes.
Later on.
Yes.
If you feel uncomfortable not showing, that's fine too. But I just did not know where you were from.
Okay.
And everybody knows everyone here. We have our friends in Mexico. Hola, Jai Sachidanand, Shuddhatma Bhagwan. Yes. Where is our third
Nuestros
friend?
amigos en México.
Where is our third friend? Do you know where they are? We usually
El
have...
tercer amigo, Antonio.
Ya no tarda, tuvo que hacer algo, pero yo creo que a la mitad del satsang ya estará.
He's coming in an hour, more or less.
Okay,
He
now
has something to do.
ask them, Patricia, if they know how to see the satsang afterwards. Do they know how to see the satsang afterwards if they miss it? Do they know that?
Lo que Shuddha les pregunta si ustedes saben pueden ver el satsang después de que ya fue emitido, cómo buscarlo para poder verlo. ¿Ustedes saben eso?
Sí, nos aparece en la página de Facebook.
Good.
Okay.
So,
En la página de Facebook lo buscan, Shuddha.
So this is very good. Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand. Do you have the prayer to the pure soul in front of you? Do you have the prayer to the pure soul in front of you that from the Charan Vidhi? I would like for you to read that from Mexico. Huh? Go on.
Les gustaría, les pide a México que por favor lean la oración del alma pura, si la tienen allí con ustedes.
Sí. Yes, please. Both of you say it together. Huh? Thank you. Thank you.
Leanlo juntos, por favor.
Sí. Oh alma pura dentro de mí, tú resides en mi interior, como resides en el interior de todos los seres vivos. Tu forma divina es mi auténtica forma. Mi forma auténtica es Shuddhatma, alma pura. Oh Shuddhatma Bhagwan, con infinita devoción yo te saludo. Te confieso todos mis errores que he cometido en el estado de ignorancia. Sinceramente me arrepiento por todos estos errores y te pido perdón. Por favor, perdóname, perdóname, perdóname. Y dame fuerzas para no volver a repetir estos errores. Oh Shuddhatma Bhagwan, bendícenos por favor a todos con tal gracia que esta separación de ti pueda llegar a su fin y así podamos todos alcanzar la unidad contigo. Podamos permanecer formando uno contigo por todos los tiempos.
Beautiful, you say? It is. Thank you. That was very good. That was very good. And it is not just enough to when you see an external representation of God, whether it is in a church or a temple or a mosque or a synagogue, when you, wherever you see an external representation of God, you just...
Cuando no es suficiente ver la representación externa de Dios en un templo, en una iglesia, en una mezquita.
Yes, any location where you feel that there is a sacred symbol in front of you, a sacred representation in front of you, any location, any place in the world, all right? At that time, instead of saying, "My Lord, my namaskars to you," that is good. You can say, "My Lord, my namaskars to you." Or you can even, there is something better than that, you see?
Cada vez que veamos alguna imagen sagrada, está bien que digamos nuestros más elevados namaskar al Señor. Pero hay algo mejor todavía.
Yeah, you can say that, or you can say, that's standard. We all say that, "My Lord, my namaskars to you, my Lord," you know. I am in awe. I am totally in awe or in amazement in your presence, whether it is a grand church or a grand temple, you know. You say that, right? Because you feel it naturally. You feel it normally.
No, nos podemos sentir que estamos asombrados frente a la presencia de estas imágenes de Dios, y es algo que nosotros sentimos y es normal.
Yeah, you say that, and then, but then there is something a little bit higher than that, and that is what our Dadashri has taught us, you see, and that is this. What is it? Then it is that with Dada Bhagwan, with Dada Bhagwan as my witness, or in the presence of Dada Bhagwan, I offer my highest namaskars to you, my Lord. You see? So in the presence of Dada Bhagwan, I offer my highest namaskars to you.
Hay algo superior a solamente inclinarse frente a una figura sagrada, y es hacerlo invocando la presencia de Dada Bhagwan, y en su presencia hacer y como testigo de Dada Bhagwan, como testigo del saludo a nuestro Señor.
You see, so I offer my namaskars to you. Now, Julio, now you understand English, so do you see the chat, Julio? Do you see the chat, Julio? Let me see.
Julio, ¿podés ver el chat? Vos que entendés inglés, ¿lo estás viendo?
Okay, that's all right. Later on, that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. But that's the, so you know, it's the second offer, the second presence, so the higher awareness. A higher awareness is in the presence of Dada Bhagwan, who is the witness. You see, who is the witness? I offer my namaskars to you. Just like we say, Pratyaksh Dada Bhagwan ni Sakshi, you know, with the Simada Swami in the Namaskar Vidhi, in the presence of. But what does the presence do? Then the presence is the witness. The presence is the witness only. Presence witnesses. Doesn't do anything else. It's just there.
hacer este saludo, pero hacerlo en la presencia de Dada Bhagwan es el testigo, es el que presencia. Él está ahí presenciando como testigo lo que está sucediendo.
You see, when you want to offer your highest namaskars to Lord Simandhar, you see, it is much more effective when you want to, for instance, if you want to offer the namaskars to Lord Simandhar, then it is much more effective if you say with Dada Bhagwan or with the Gnani Purush Dadashri as my witness, or just say Dada Bhagwan means my own Dada Bhagwan. With here is Shuddha, this is Shuddha, and then inside is Dada Bhagwan. So with Dada Bhagwan as my witness, my Lord, I offer my highest namaskars to you. You see? I offer my highest namaskars to you.
Ofrecer mis más altos namaskars a Sri Simandhar Swami y hacerlo invocando a Dada Bhagwan en mí, al Señor que habita en mí, es muchísimo, es más elevado, es superior, es diferente.
Yeah.
Y está Shuddhatma de testigo. Yo invoco a Dada Bhagwan en mí y ofrezco mis elevados namaskar a Sri Simandhar Swami.
Because there are, as you know, there are two types of witnesses, you see. Supposing something happened on the street and you are walking and you see that something negative happened and then but you are seeing it all. So there is a fight and you're seeing it, you see. You don't say anything, but you are seeing it because you're walking, you can see the whole scene. So when the police comes, you become a witness. You are not a participant in the action, but you become a witness, you see. And so, go on. Mm-hmm.
Hay dos clases de formas de ser testigo. Uno, por ejemplo, es en la calle y vemos una pelea. Entonces, nosotros no estamos participando de la pelea, solamente estamos viendo. Pero cuando viene la policía, vamos a estar siendo testigos de lo que sucedió.
So, right, so there you become the relative witness. You see, the police will say, oh, did you see it? And he says, yes, I saw it. And so, you are a witness there. You didn't get involved in it, but you could see everything, the whole fight that happened, who did what, etc. You could hear it, you could see it, but you were at a distance. You were watching from a distance, you see. You were watching from a distance, seeing it all. And so in the relative world, many times we are in witness situations.
En estas dos clases, de estas dos formas de ser testigos, bueno, en el ejemplo de que estamos viendo una pelea en la calle, que después viene la policía y la policía nos pregunta qué fue lo que sucedió, le podemos contar, bueno, quiénes se pelearon, de qué forma se pelearon, quién le dijo qué a quién le pegó a quién, pero esto es ser testigo en el mundo relativo.
Yeah, so,
en forma relativa.
Yes. So the value in the relative world also, in the transient world, is there of the witness, you see. Because the witness, if there is one witness and then there is two witnesses and then there are three witnesses who give the same or a similar story, it carries a lot of weight in a court or in front of the judge, you see. Three people saying, yes, this is what happened, you see, because the people who are fighting, they will say, I'm wrong, I'm right, and he's wrong, and the other one says, I'm right, and he is wrong, you see. That's relative witness value.
Cuando el ser testigo en el mundo relativo sucede que hay varios testigos, y cada testigo ve lo que ve y puede entrar en discusión. Por ejemplo, en un juicio un testigo puede decir, bueno, yo vi esto, y otro testigo dice, no, no, yo vi otra cosa. Entonces, tiene valor en el mundo relativo en cuanto a dar testimonio, pero este testimonio también es lo que cada uno vio o escuchó.
Yeah, the problem with the relative witness is that whatever the relative witness sees, it is being seen through the colored glasses of the intellect, you see, and the ego, and therefore, even if you ask the three witnesses, their versions, their views will be different. There will be a little subtle difference, you see. This one says he saw this one say he saw this one say he saw this, and therefore the judge has to make an overall decision about what happened because the judge wasn't there, you see.
En el mundo relativo, cada persona va a estar contando lo que vio, dependiendo del color de los anteojos que esté usando, depende del cristal con que esté mirando, y va a depender de su versión, va a depender de su visión, de su ego, de toda su historia, ¿no? De cómo él ve las cosas. Entonces cada testigo va a estar diciendo algo diferente y el juez, como no estuvo ahí, los escucha a todos y va a dar su propio sentencia.
But even while this thing is all happening, you see, and the witnesses, the relative witnesses change their story, you see. The relative witnesses change their story under the influence of so many factors, of pressure, of fear, etc. You see, they are not available, you know. The relative witnesses are transient, they are temporary. The relative witnesses are there for worldly justice, you see. They are not for real justice.
Los testigos van a estar siendo influenciados por sus miedos, por la presión. Y la presión es temporaria. Y siempre van a estar influenciados los testigos por la justicia mundana.
So there is one way you can say, my Lord, when this real witness, the real witness is the Amapura, the pure soul, you see? The Bhagavan within each one, you see, each one of us. The real witness is the self. And the real witness is our most precious witness. The real witness is eternal. The real witness knows everything, you see? Knows everything.
Y el testigo real es nuestro alma pura, es nuestro ser, es Dada Bhagwan, es el testigo real. Y él es el testigo que sabe todo, porque siempre ve todo, ve y sabe siempre.
And the real witness can connect with the real. So, you know, it is so interesting that it is in the presence of Dadashri has taught us. Dadashri has taught us. Here, what has he taught? He has said, by the way, this is Dada Bhagwan Saying Jai Jaikar Ho. Underneath this picture, this is Dada Bhagwan Saying Jai Jaikar Ho. The real witness, Dadashri has taught us that when you connect with Lord Simandar, if you say, instead of just say, I give my namaskars to Lord Simandar, if you say, in the presence of Dada Bhagwan, my witness, I offer my highest namaskars to you, my Lord, then it carries much, much more weight. It carries the exact, that is the exact ticket. This is the exact ticket, you see? This is the exact visa.
En presencia de, cuando tenemos el testigo real, nos conecta con la realidad. Y Dada Bhagwan nos enseñó Dada Bhagwan Asima Cheche Karjo. Y es en presencia de Dada Bhagwan conectarnos con Lord Simandar Swami, es lo más elevado y es el exacto boleto para llegar a él, es el ticket, el único ticket real para llegar al Lord Simandar Swami.
Yes. This, you see, what happens is, we know this flesh, mind, body of ours will not be here on this earth someday. There will be time will come when this one won't be here, you see. But that which is within us, which is eternal, you see, that which is within us, which is real, has eternal connections. The connections of that one is eternal, you see. So we have to use, what we have to do is we have to use that connection. We have to use that connection to connect. It is this one who kind of connects, not this one. It is not Shuddha who can connect. It is this one who connects. It is not Kimochi or Yaya who connects. You see, it is the one who has awakened and says, Soyama Pura. That one connects to the Lord, the higher Lord inside, you see. Pratyaksh Dada Bhagwan ni Sakshi. You see, in the live presence of the Lord within me, who is the witness. You see, that word has not come very well in the translation, but it is the real only can be the witness connection with the real.
Este cuerpo, esta carne, esta sangre, en algún momento va a dejar de estar, va a dejar de existir. Lo que sí va a existir y va a existir de forma eterna va a ser nuestro ser real, nuestra alma pura. Y para poder hacer la conexión, no es desde la mente, el cuerpo, las palabras.
Yeah.
Es la conexión con la conexión. Es la invocación de la presencia de nuestro alma pura para conectar desde la luz, para conectar con lo eterno y con lo maravilloso.
So do you see the amazing thing? Because the Dada Bhagwan within you and I, the Dada Bhagwan within each one of us cannot say anything. He is the perfect silent witness, you see. He is the perfect silent witness. But we, the awakened ones inside, have the energy now. We have the energy to connect in the world, with the world that is beyond the material world, beyond the temporary world, is the eternal world, which is infinitely magnificent, infinitely beautiful, infinitely liberating, you see. And so the connection is happening through the one who has awakened. The awakened one.
La conexión la hace el que despertó. El que despertó está conectado con la luz de la presencia del Señor que habita en nosotros. Y esa es la verdadera conexión, la del que despertó y que conoce.
This connection, we had no awareness of this connection before our awakening. Before we awakened in the Gnani Vidhi, we didn't really. We would imagine it with our intellect. We would kind of give it all kinds of concepts of spiritism, astral bodies, devis, you see, like celestial beings, etc. But or read from the books and kind of use our imagination, you see, before our awakening. Yes.
Antes de nuestro despertar, hasta antes de recibir este maravilloso conocimiento y despertar, lo que sabíamos, lo sabíamos a través de nuestro intelecto. Y entonces hablábamos del cuerpo astral, de los seres celestiales, y de todo lo que habíamos aprendido a través del intelecto y de la mente.
Yeah.
Pero no teníamos idea de que al despertar podíamos conectar directamente con...
You know, and when he was live and around and sitting amongst all of us, physically present, you know, when he introduced Lord Simagdar to all of us, people, Mahatma was saying, Dada, we can see you, we understand, but now you're now introducing this Lord, and we don't know, and you'd say he's millions of miles away, and you know how do we? He says, and how do we connect? And he says, I am here as the manifest one. This entire energy of the real has manifest within me, and therefore just give my name. Wherever you go, if you give my name as Dada Bhagwan, as my witness, the message will reach. You see? It's an amazing thing, and therefore this whole Namaskar Vidhi came, you see. He says, the entire Namaskar Vidhi, except for the last 3 sentences of the Namaskar Vidhi, have to do with Dadashri as our witness, the Gnani Purush as our witness, you see.
Cuando Dadashri empezó a compartir todo el conocimiento, la gente decía, bueno, sí, a ti podemos verte, pero ahora nos traes algo de alguien que está en otro mundo y que no podemos ver, y cómo vamos a hacer para conectar. Y se cuestionaban, y él dice, yo estoy acá, yo soy Dada Bhagwan, es la conexión para poder llegar a este mundo, a Shishimandar Swami.
It was in late 1987. It was something like, I'm not sure of the month, November, December of 1987. Dadashri this was his last visit to London. After he was returning from the United States, he was very sick. He was in a wheelchair, and a lot of Mahatmas had gathered at Heathrow Airport to say goodbye to him. And in those days, this was the days before 9/11, so you could almost go inside the plane. Some key people can also go if they need, you could go with the person inside the flight if you wanted to help him, But so Niruma was there holding the wheelchair, Dada sitting in the wheelchair, smiling at everyone. And everybody was very sad because they could tell that they were not sure whether they will see Dada again, you see.
Alrededor de noviembre de 1987, Dada Bhagwan estaba enfermo y estaba llegando en avión a Londres, viniendo de Estados Unidos. Y Niruma lo llevaba en su silla de ruedas. Esto había sucedido antes del 11 de septiembre, así que las personas podían acceder al avión acompañando a un ser querido y saludarlo y si estaba enfermo. Entonces allí se reunieron todos los Mahatmas que estaban absolutamente tristes porque pensaban, porque él estaba enfermo y no lo iban a volver a ver.
So he looks at everybody and he says, all right, now, he says, the Dada with the ticket, with the airplane ticket, you see, to Mumbai, is leaving, is going, And the Dada without the ticket is within you all, you see. He's not living anywhere. He's here within you all, you know. The Dada with the ticket is going inside the plane and he will fly. The Dada without the ticket is now sitting within all of you Mahatmas, you see. He says,
Y Dada Shri dice, Dada con el ticket se va a Bombay y los deja para ir a Bombay. Y Dada sin el ticket va a estar sentado en cada uno de ustedes.
And he says now it is now I will sit inside you and I will be available to you anytime you want me, you see. And that is, there is no difference between Dada Bhagwan, as you know, and Dada Bhagwan within you is one and the same, because the Dada Bhagwan within each one of you has awakened. Dada Bhagwan has awakened, you see. Yeah.
Y dice, ahora Dada Bhagwan dice, ahora estaré sentado dentro de ustedes siempre, voy a estar disponible. Y voy a estar disponible para ustedes porque ahora han despertado.
Yeah. And this Dada Bhagwan, therefore, you know, so he says, this is why now we understand the meaning of this first sentence of the Namaskar Vidhi, you see. And I'm going to ask the Spanish group to recite the first sentence of the Namaskar Vidhi 5 times, okay, as a group, okay, as a group.
Va a pedir, por favor, que el grupo de Buenos Aires
no, the
recite,
one in Spain. In the Spain, the
perdón,
one
los españoles reciten la primera oración de Namaskar.
Yeah, 5 times the sentence about Simandar Swami.
5 veces la oración de Simandar Swami.
Teniendo a Dada Bhagavan como mi testigo, con suprema devoción, ofrezco mis saludos a Shuddhatma Bhagavan Sri Simandar Swami, en la actualidad mora en Brahmadevi. Teniendo a Dada Bhagavan como mi testigo, con suprema devoción, ofrezco mis saludos a Shuddhatma Bhagavan Sri Simandar Swami, que en la actualidad mora en Brahmadevi. Teniendo a Dada Bhagavan como mi testigo, con suprema devoción, ofrezco mis saludos al Titankar Bhagavan Sri Simandar Swami, que en la actualidad mora en Mahaviri Kshetra. Teniendo a Dada Bhagavan como mi testigo, con suprema devoción, ofrezco mis saludos al Titankar Bhagavan Sri Simandar Swami, que en la actualidad mora en Mahaviri Kshetra. Teniendo a Dada Bhagavan como mi testigo, con suprema devoción, ofrezco mis saludos al Titankar Bhagavan Sri Simandar Swami, que en la actualidad mora en Mahaviri Kshetra.
Wonderful. So that is so beautiful. You see, now it assumes, now a very different meaning comes on. You see, it is really with the live presence of Dada Bhagwan, you see, as my witness. It is like the one within me who is connecting. I offer my, so you see, Yaya and her group and of Mahatmas, they offer at the physical level the namaskars, but the Dada Bhagwan inside them is alive and is connecting, is the eternal is connecting with the eternal. This is how exactly the science works, you see. This is the exact connection of the science. And Marcia, please go ahead and write, the Google translations of the chat, if you would. Thank you. By the way, you go on, but Patricia, you go on. Hmm?
Esta forma de, esto que ustedes acaban de recitar, es la forma más elevada de poder conectarse desde lo eterno con lo eterno. Es desde mi ser eterno, estoy conectándome con lo más elevado.
This, by the way, that for the rest of our group, this is our Mahatma friends in Germany now. This is Marcia and Tobias. Okay. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand, Shuddha Bhagwan.
Jai Sachidanand, Shuddhatma Bhagwan. So, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, the so we can see we see the decision of the offerings of this Charan Vidhi and the Namaskar Vidhi. This particular sentence that Yaya's and Kemochi's group here that just recited this sentence, when it first came, it was a very beautiful scene where this first sentence came, you see. The history of this first sentence of the Namaskar Vidhi. There's a very interesting history behind it.
Poder ver esta primera oración es la decisión desde donde decidimos hacer la conexión. Y esto es lo que nos trae el conocimiento para comprender esta maravillosa ciencia.
Yeah, see, Dadashri used to take small groups of Mahatmas in small, short pilgrimages as well as other larger pilgrimage sites with his own money, with his own profits from his business. He will say, okay, let's all go, and he will arrange a bus and everything and take them to this very sacred holy sites in Gujarat and outside Gujarat.
Y Dadashri tenía un pequeño grupo de Mahatmas que estaban bien económicamente y ellos tenían sus propias ganancias y podían viajar. Entonces Dada les decía, bueno, vayamos entonces a visitar a otros grupos, viajemos a llevar este conocimiento. Y eran todos de ahí de Gujarat.
And so he visited, there was one ancient temple there in Vadva, and I've written it down in Gujarat, Vadva, where there was a murti, where there was an image of Lord Simandar inside. So Dadashri went there, and after he did the namaskars to the Lord, bending down, and I'll share with you the picture of this later on. He puts his head in the lap of Lord Simandar, you see, and then he comes out, and in his booming voice, he says, Pratyaksh Dada Bhagwan ni Sakshi Vartamane Mahavide Kshetrama Vicharta Tirthankar Bhagwan Shri Simandar Swami ne Atyan Bhakti Purvak Namaskar Karuchu, which is the Gujarati of the first sentence that you just recited, you see. It's the first time he came out. Yeah.
En estos viajes llevó a los Mahatmas a un templo muy antiguo y entró y había una imagen de Lord Simandar Swami. Y él entra y apoya su cabeza en la estatua, en la imagen, y se para y comienza a recitar en Gujarati esta primera hermosa oración que leyeron los españoles.
Yes, so, and he came out and he says, there were 20 people around, 20 Mahatmas around him, including Niruben. And he says, okay, all of each one of you recite. And first, initially, he would teach them, speak and say, okay, say it like this. And everybody had a difficult time reciting it, you see. Saying it. So he says, okay, Niruben, just write this down and then pass it down. Pass this little piece of paper to everyone, and they let them all read it. Let them all individually read this, you see. This sentence.
Y bueno, él salió del templo y les pidió a todos, alrededor de 20 Mahatmas eran, y les pidió que recitaron esta pequeña oración. Y los Mahatmas tuvieron problema en poder repetirlo, inclusive Niruma. Entonces le pidió que lo escribiese en un papel y que todos escribiesen esa oración para poder recitarla y para poder decirla. Para él era muy importante que esto quedara en todos los Mahatmas.
And you see, this was around the first time, probably the first time, that even though Dadashri became enlightened in 1958, he did not speak about Lord Simandar until 1969. So this much time went, you see. Before that, he was just giving people the Gnan of the self, Kamapura, and 5 Agnas, you see. 5 Agnas and Gnan, you see.
En esta época, Dada Bhagwan se iluminó en el año 1958 y hasta 1969 él solamente daba el Gnani Vidhi y los 5 agnas. Pero a partir de 1969 él comenzó a compartir el conocimiento de Lord Simandar Swami.
Yeah, so it was really amazing. Can you imagine? Now, of course, we have thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands people, and so many magnificent images of Lord Simandar all over the world. Everybody have, but this was the beginning of a revival of a connection that was most meaningful. That because it was an exact scientific way to connect, with an energy and a presence that is millions and millions of miles away, and we have no way to really physically see him. While we are on this earth, we cannot see him, but he is there. This Lord is there, you see, is present, you see.
Lo maravilloso de este conocimiento es y esto que primero que pudo llegar a cientos de miles de personas, y es el exacto conocimiento de conectar desde lo físico, me conecto con la luz, y desde este testigo, desde esta presencia, conectar con la suprema Lord Simandar Swami.
And how does it happen? It happens within the one whose total internal self, the Paramatma of awakened, became enlightened at the station in Surat, you see, in Surat. Now he walks around, and he carries that connection for all these years, and then all of a sudden, again in front of an old murti in a temple in Gujarat, you see. After doing the namaskars, all of a sudden it exploded again, you see. And he says, and he found a way of, he had already got the connection. He himself, Dada had the connection. But he says, my Lord, how do I connect the rest of this people of the world with you? How do I connect? Give me something, you see, give me something. And this magnificent sentence that Yaya and Dayal and the group recited just now, you see, comes out. Very precise, beautiful sentence, you see.
Dada Bhagwan ya tenía, Dadashri ya tenía la conexión, él andaba por el mundo y él estaba ya conectado con lo eterno y lo supremo, ya tenía esta conexión, pero su gran preocupación y deseo era poder darle al resto de las personas la posibilidad de tener esta misma conexión que él tenía. Entonces, él pidió y rogó que le diera la forma en que pudiéramos todos tener esta conexión que él mismo tenía. Y este fue el regalo que nos dio y que recibimos de él. Es esta hermosa primera oración que recitaron.
You see, our light, this limited, you cannot even begin to explain this through the medium of the intellect. You see, our intellect cannot explain these things about Mahavidikshetra and this Lord and all this further science of liberation, you see, and in Keval Gnan, etc. This is beyond our capacity, but he left a very exact key, a very perfect key for all of us in our Charan Vidhi, and that he says, if you say the Lord's name in this way, your work is done. In other words, it will happen. You know, this is exactly how you have to recite. Not Simandar, I'm doing namaskars to Simandar Swami. Not I am doing namaskars to Simandar Swami, but with my Lord as the witness. With my Lord as the witness, I offer my namaskars to Simandar Swami. You see?
Este es un conocimiento que no se puede transmitir de ninguna manera con el intelecto. No hay forma de poder transmitir con el intelecto. La única forma de decir el nombre de Dios es en presencia de nuestra alma pura, en presencia de Dada Bhagwan.
And this has profound implications. This is very deep implications in our relative worldly life too, you see. You know, there is, whatever you see, you and I see with these eyes or with this brain and this intellect will remain here only, you see. It will not come with us, you see. But whatever we see with our real eyes, with our witnessing eyes, you see, our real seeing eyes is ours, you see. It cannot be taken away. It is ours and it is perfect.
Todo lo que podamos ver con nuestros ojos físicos va a quedar acá en este mundo físico, y todo lo que podamos, todo lo que veamos con nuestros ojos reales y conozcamos con nuestros ojos reales es algo que nos pertenece y va a quedar en nuestro ser.
So the Namaskar Vidhi is going to continue to have more and more meaning into it as we begin to become aware of our unfolding vision, our own darshan, our own view. It is no longer the view of Shuddha or Patricia or Dayal, you see. It is the view, my vision, Maru darshan, Mera darshan, my vision, you see, my vision.
El Namaskar Vidhi que vamos a estar reconociendo, lo vamos a estar reconociendo desde lo real.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it is as our own vision enlarge, our own darshan improves. And this darshan is beautiful because as we look around, you see, as we look around, this darshan is beyond the darshan. You see, this, as we look at our dear Maman, you see, is an example. We see the hair, the face, the flesh, the body, and yet we now become aware that there is the witness also. There is the eternal one inside her, the Dada Bhagwan, you see. That is her Dada Bhagwan. So we become aware of both, not just Maman, but also the Paramatma within her, you see, the Paramatma, the Absolute One within her.
La visión que nosotros estamos teniendo ahora es una visión desde un darshan, y que nos va a traer el conocimiento. Y por ejemplo, ahora estamos viendo a Mamen y podemos ver su cuerpo, su cabello, sus ojos, pero también podemos observar que Dada Bhagwan está en ti. Hay una visión y un
You know,
conocimiento profundo más allá de la visión mundana.
to complete the story of this Lord Simandar, in terms of what Niruma told me, and subsequently has been written in this book, added in this book of Simandar Swami, our book on Simandar Swami, is that Niruma also, you know, she was a physician, she was a doctor, and she a lot of intellect, you see, and she was, you know, she was so surrendered to Dada, she could accept Dada, but she was, and Dada would continuously, you know, do this kind of namaskars. Behind Dada would be this image of, in every homes then, because we didn't have the murtis, we didn't have the statues. These pictures would be there in the home behind Dada. You see, where Dada would there, then Dada would do namaskars to this Lord, you see. And Simandar Swami and Niruma wanted to connect in the same way. She wanted to kind of feel this energy, you see. So one afternoon they were sitting alone in Baroda after lunch, and this is when it happened. So go on, just let you translate that.
Niruma era médica, era doctora y tenía un gran conocimiento intelectual. Y cuando ella observaba a Dadashri, que hacía los Hayas Namaskara a Simandar Swami, ella le pasaba por la cabeza, pero quería tener esa misma conexión que Dadashri tenía.
And she was, she was sitting on the floor. Dada was on a bench, and there was the picture, and then something very subtle happened. There were no words exchanged, but something very subtle happened in the presence of Dada sitting in front of her, and the Lord's picture there on top of Dada, and she says something happened, and my connection happened with the Lord. My connection happened with the Lord, you see. And you have seen pictures of how Niruma then, especially after when Dada Shri left his body, totally went on giving her energies to the Lord, to the Lord, to the Lord. And we see now this Lord is in practically the home of every Mahatma, you see.
Y una tarde después de almorzar, Dadashri estaba sentado en un banco y Niruma en el suelo, y algo sucedió, algo muy sutil, sin que existiera palabra alguna. Empezó a suceder una conexión en Niruma que ella pudo experimentar.
Yeah, so you know, it happened. It was Niruma's connection with Lord Simandar in the live presence of Gnani Purush Dadashri, in whom who had the magnificent subtle connection to Lord Simandar. You see, these are all. And Niruma has said that it is this happened. So Niruma became the vehicle through which now the Lord's energy was coming to average human beings everywhere, you see.
Niruma dice que esto solamente sucedió y que ella recibió su conexión, y ella es el instrumento por el cual todos los Mahatmas también recibieron esta misma conexión con Lord Simandar Swami.
And she would,
simplemente sucedió.
I have seen her spend hours and hours after only one little murti, one little statue of Lord Simandar. If it was new in your home, she would give it the same amount of time and energy as she would in a large temple, you see, as she would in a large temple, and do all the vidhis, you know, giving it the energy. There must, in order to give that much energy, there has to be this connection with the Lord. Without that connection, it is not possible.
Niruma tenía en su casa una pequeña estatua de Lord Simandar y ella hacía todas las reverencias como si estuviese en un templo y la estatua fuese inmensa. Lo que es lo importante es la conexión a través del Señor que habita en nosotros para conectar con Simandar Swami.
Yeah. Now,
En su propia casa. En su propia casa, con una pequeña estatua lo hacía.
You know, Mahatmas have subsequently asked our current Gnani Puja Deepak Bhai whether he has such a connection with Lord Simandar. And, you know, Deepak Bhai is very, very open and he says, no, I don't. So, I don't have that connection. But he has the VD, he has the exact prescription, like what we, as prescription of a Gnani, to do the pratishtha or to install life into the statues, whether it is in a home or in a temple. But you see, so I just wanted to complete the picture of this story of the connection of us all. In fact, us all with Lord Simandar.
La conexión de papá es muy abierto con respecto a hablar de estas cosas y él dice que no tiene la conexión que tiene como Dadashri con Simandar Swami, que es algo que trabaja en eso.
Yeah, in this connection, the connection part is pure love. It is beyond anything that you do with reference to words, you see. It is just as Niruma had Dada within her, you see, every second of her living life. And after Dada passed away, it became Lord Simandar, you see, within her, every second of her life, Lord Simandar. That is something that is an energy that drives everything else around, you see. That is the defining energy, and that is the energy that is coming from a higher source. That is the energy that is coming to all who are going to be blessed on this earth of ours from Lord Simandar. Lord Simandar's energy.
Conectar, la verdadera conexión es desde el amor puro, es el amor hacia Dada que está en mí. Y desde ese amor de Dada en mí, en esta presencia, conecto con Lord Simandar Swami. Esta conexión eleva todo lo que está a mi alrededor y todo lo que está frente a mí. Y todo viene de toda esa elevación viene del puro amor de la conexión.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask our Glis Maria to hold the Simandar Swami in front of her heart for all of us. And then the group just hold the Lord.
Luz, que tomes a Lord Simandar Swami, que lo tengas en tu corazón.
Yes. Así. And then let the group sing, the group in that group sing Simandar Swami na Asim Jai Jaikar Ho. Yeah?
Y que todos canten lo que cantó Shuddha.
Yeah, just Simandar Swami na Asim Jaikar Ho. Yes, go on. Sim. Simandar Swami Simandar 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 Sim Sim Yeah, yes. All right, very beautiful. Now, here's what I want you to do. Luz Maria, put the Lord on the head of your man, her man, on his head like this.
Ponerlo en la cabeza de Germán, en la cabeza de Germán.
All right. Okay, now just keep him there and sing. Simandar Swami Na Asim. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Let's place the Lord back. You know, we offer the Lord the highest place, which is the top here, you see. So we place him at the highest of place within us, which is above us, you see, the Lord. So that's where we place him. Okay, now we can put the Lord
en su lugar, y este lugar más elevado, ponerlo en nuestro corazón y ponerlo en nuestra cabeza, es el lugar más elevado donde podemos llevar a nuestro Señor Lord Simandar Swami.
And there we have near Deepak Bhai, Dada, Pujaneruma next to the Lord here in Spain. You see there, you see her, and we have to the left of the Lord, we have dear Cecilia from Paraguay or Uruguay, I forget now, Mahatma, an old friend of Shuddha. Jai Sachidanand, Shuddhatma Bhagavan, Jai Sachidanand. So good to see you. Jai Sachidanand. All right. Go on, Patricia. You go on. Yeah.
Bueno, ya que en España tienen a Lord Simandar Swami las fotos de Dipapai, Nituma y Dadashri y la querida amiga de Shuddha, Cecilia de Paraguay.
All right. Okay. So, and hopefully, all right. Now here, let's just take a break. Shall we take a little break, about 10 minutes, and then be back? Huh? It's 10:09.
Vamos a tomar un pequeño recreo de 10 minutos y volvemos.
Yeah, we'll come back at 10:15, huh? Right? Or 11:15 your time. 11:15. Huh?
Y 15 y cuarto estamos reuniéndonos.
All right.
11 y 15.
All right. Yeah.
Hola. Bien, bien, bien. Qué gusto verte. En serio. Bien, bien. Hola. cada vivencia, y al momento que tú vas abriendo más esa parte de percepción, es un filo muy delgadito entre los pensamientos, entre los recuerdos, y es como no dejar que se controle, son como fibras. Es como una mentira, porque en el fondo es como creer, pero cuando agarras esa mentira, cada recuerdo, estás en ese momento, estás viviendo, lo estás sintiendo. No hay forma de que tú estés como controlando, porque se van como superponiendo todas las imágenes. A mí realmente me gustó mucho esta idea de lo que te escriben, sí, me gustó estar mal como conector. Me pasé todo el día como conector. Me siento muy padre todo. Y, o sea, todo el curso que fue muy pesado, agotador, o sea, después nos tenían entrar a las 7:30, y tenían nuestros muy cortos, y toda esa tensión, toda esa presión, al final no experimentamos. Porque nos empezamos a ver el tercero, tú empezar a ver la columna, luego empezar a ver tu ser superior, o lo que llaman las visiones son. Sí, ya no hubo varios que no estuvieron, pero quedaron, por ejemplo, el chavo ese de una sola vez conectó, y eso después de ver todo el día tirado, llegó Marcia, él me ha llamado. Lo conozco. Algo que puede estar ahí. Ahora también. Él decía que le dolían los brazos y Marcia estaba encima de él con su rodilla, con su brazo. Se decía que no sentía nada. Es nada más increíble en ese momento identificar la la percepción va más allá de nuestra razón, de nuestra condición de cómo estamos aquí en la tierra. Y si es como muy importante lo que estás comiendo, el que bajes azúcar, el que no tengas ese otra adicción, que te pueda estar intoxicando, de que no veas. Sí, al final fue muy grato. Todo el tiempo a las lágrimas, veía y sentía todo muy agradable. Y al final como que se armaron todo. Y se armó todo el grupo, a nadie se quería mover de ahí, o sea, porque fue agradable. Pero ya hasta el final, ¿no? El barrio ya estuvo muy tranquilo. Le quitaron las cosas que dicen que tenía como un cerro. Y ya hasta el final se lo quitaron. Quitaron a 3 seres de personas que se Por eso brincaban y se azotaban y todo. Y a Cecilia no se lo quitaron, porque ella todavía no estaba tan madura, fue esa cantista, ¿sabes? Pero pues la sin barbita, ya se la saben de ustedes. Una sería bien agradecida, la mexicana. Eso también se
Eso puede manipular.
también al final alguien más como no está haciendo o sea, las mismas de siempre que estaban hablando, ¿no? Que ellas siempre estaban súper conectadas, que querían que la Argentina
En ayuntamiento a lo mejor.
pero mismo, o sea, a mí me creía más a ellos, yo creía más, creo que más clara, que a la Argentina, ¿no? Laura. Sí.
Bueno, pues vete a ayuntamiento
Porque
y
que no creía, que no sabía nada, estaba como que cerrado, al final lo compartió. Experiencias, tiene un 3.
entonces ese valor
Muy vividas, muy intensas. Y también se pasó toda una noche, todo un día, porque todo un día era de todo, ¿no?
Y ahí viene
El miércoles y el jueves, todo el día entero.
lo que pasa.
Entonces, ahora sí que lo vivías o lo vivías. Justo fuimos
Por la oferta y demanda.
tiene que ver Hacienda.
muy fuerte, muy intenso lo de sí. No. Yo estuve viendo varias vidas, no me gustó mucho. Hubo un tiempo en el que se mezclaban como vidas como de sueño. No sé si la nuestra realidad es algo que digo que es pues la imaginación o es un plan judicial o simplemente es canales de Santa que está bloqueando y es perfil. Muy, sobre todo la parte de la alineación que es que está así, la rodilla, la columna, lo que me llamó mucho la atención cada vez al final que yo me acercaba con alguien para ver, ya sea su ego, ya sea ver su fibra, ya sea la columna, pero al final, el miércoles, el jueves, toda la parte de lo que
Okay. Shuddhatma Bhagavan. Shall we continue? Patricia?
¿Podemos continuar? ¿Están todos?
All right. Yes. So when we come now, we're just sharing this Charan Vidhi.
Ahora cuando volvemos vamos a compartir el Charan Vidhi.
We had finished Chaitanya Ghan Swarup Param Jyoti Sukhdham Evahe Vitragi Paramatma. Hey, Patricia, just go ahead and read this only, not 3 times, but 1 time only, this first paragraph of the Charan Vidhi.
Yes. Mi obediencia dada a Bhagwan en todos los tiempos, en el pasado, en el presente y en el futuro. Oh desapegado Señor interior, Tú que permaneces libre de pasiones y apegos, bendito, natural y eternamente dichoso, lleno de conocimiento infinito, visión infinita, iluminador del universo entero, pura, llena de sabiduría y conciencia, morada de dicha infinita, oh desapegado Señor interior de divinas cualidades, con absoluta fe y convicción, soy alma pura. Otórgame tu infinita fortaleza. Bendíceme con la constante presencia del alma pura. Perdón, con la constante percepción del alma pura. Bendíceme con la perpetua contemplación. Confórtame con tu cercanía. Puedan todos tus magníficos atributos ser establecidos dentro de mí.
Yes. Okay. So the next word here is this sentence here. Hoon Nischaya Nirnaya thhi Shuddhatma Chhoo. See, that's the sentence that we are going to focus on. Okay.
Esta es la oración que acaba de leer Shuddha, es la oración en la que nos vamos a centrar.
You see, this particular sentence, all right? So let us now go back there. So there are two words. This is, we say, Hoon means I is equal to I, all right? And Nischaya has two meanings. Nischaya has two meanings. Nischaya, two meanings. The word Nischaya has two meanings, okay?
Bueno, la palabra ho quiere decir yo, y Nischa tiene dos significados.
So there is a Nischaya with a small n, and then is a Nischaya with a big N, okay? Nischaya with N capital. Mm-hmm.
Bueno, tenemos dos Nischa, uno que va con letra minúscula y otro que va con mayúscula, con N mayúscula.
You see, so the Nischaya, and so Nischaya has two meanings. Nischaya means determination. That's one standard Nischaya. Nischaya means through determination or resolution. You're saying determination or resolution. Mm-hmm. Resolution.
Bueno, Nischa quiere decir determinación o resolución.
Like, on New Year's Eve, like, before the New Year, New Year's Eve resolution, you see, you say, okay, now a new year is coming, so this next year, I'm having a lot of wine tonight, but next year I'm just going to be a good guy. I'm going to be a good man. Or you say, I will be better than what I was this last year. That is a resolution, you see, or a birthday resolution. I'm not going to eat so much chocolate cake. Mm-hmm.
No. Bueno, determinación, por ejemplo, es decir, bueno, en este año que comienza o a partir de mi cumpleaños voy a tratar de ser una mejor persona. Por ejemplo, no voy a comer tanta torta de chocolate.
I will not shout at my life partner, the one who is living with me. I will not be angry with him or her. You see, that is a resolution. You see, you make a determination. I will not be angry at him, right?
Por ejemplo, también es no voy a volver a gritarle o no voy a volver a enojarme con el compañero o la persona que me acompaña. No voy a volver a enojarme ni a gritar.
And the husband will say,
es una resolución.
And the husband, this is like Julio will say, Laura, you're so nice to everyone else, but with me, you raise your voice. You see?
Por ejemplo, Julio le va a decir a su mujer, eres tan amorosa y divina con todo el mundo, pero a mí me levantas la voz.
Yeah, with everyone else, you're so nice, but only with me, you tell me, get to this and do that. You see, right? You say that, right?
Con todo el mundo eres tan amorosa y a mí me decís, hace esto, hace lo otro.
Right, Laura? Right?
Eso sí, Laura.
Yeah, it's a story everywhere. That's the story of all the Mahatmas, you see. That is but so, every time it happens, every time you get upset, you make a determination, I don't want to do this, right? That is a Nischaya. You make a decision. Is this resolution, determination, decision, you see? That is Nischaya with a small n, Nischaya. Small n, Nischaya. Huh? That is...
Esta determinación de mejorar, de no gritar, de no pelear, no comer tanta torta de chocolate, todas estas son resoluciones o son determinaciones que tomamos, ¿no? Para mejorar y ser mejores personas. Y esto es Nischaya con N minúscula.
You see, and we recognize that all of these nischayas, all of these resolutions and determinations and decisions that we make are based on two things. One, it is based on our knowledge, whatever knowledge we have, and the other one is that knowledge is modified by our experiences in life. Whatever our experience, our knowledge gets modified, and therefore we make our decisions according to our experiential knowledge. You see, experiential knowledge.
Todas estas determinaciones y resoluciones que tomamos, las basamos en el conocimiento, y el conocimiento viene de la experiencia. Yeah. Entonces, nuestras determinaciones y resoluciones van creciendo y van cambiando a partir de los nuevos conocimientos y experiencias que vamos teniendo.
Yes, but you and I know that all of these decisions and determinations that we make are evidentiary. They're based on evidences, you see. Whatever it is, even no matter how strong we make the decision, okay, I'm not going to touch that chocolate cake. You see, when the chocolate cake comes in front of you, your friend will say, oh, I'll just give you a very small piece. And you say, no small piece. That's about half a spoon, okay? And then the decision goes away, you see. That is, so evidences determine your decisions, you see.
Hacemos las determinaciones, por ejemplo, de no comer más chocolate, y de repente llega un amigo con una torta divina, exquisita de chocolate, y dice, bueno, te comí un pedazo, que te sirve una porción, y dice, no, yo tengo la determinación de no comer más chocolate. Bueno, media porción, no, y dice, bueno, media cuchara. Entonces nuestra determinación desaparece, se fue.
Yeah, so that is called, that is the relative decisions. You and I are all familiar with all kinds of decisions we make. We also say, you tell your friend, okay, I'll call you, I'll call you this evening, and then you completely forget, you don't even know, and then you say, I was supposed to call you. So these are all your decisions of various intensities that you make in your life. Some of them get carried out and some do not. Some do not.
Todas estas determinaciones que tomamos, por ejemplo, con la torta, o decir, bueno, voy a llamar a un amigo y después nos olvidamos de llamarlo, estas son todas determinaciones que tienen que ver con las evidencias. Estas son evidencias que tienen que ver con lo relativo.
And then, you see, so making... And then there is this N capital Nischaya, okay? N capital Nischaya, which is very beautiful. N capital Nischaya, or it means the self. N capital Nischaya means Amapura, the self. There is nothing else there, you see. That is called, having made all of those decisions, the grace happens, and all of a sudden you come. So Amapura, Shuddhatma Chhoo, you see. There is no further decisions to be made. When all decision making ends, that's when the N capital Nischaya arises, you see.
Nischaya con mayúscula tiene que ver con el ser, con el alma pura. la gracia del alma pura. Entonces, cuando sucede la gracia del alma pura, entonces ya no hay determinaciones que tomar. Nischaya aparece.
Yeah, so when you see this, it is called the doubtless space. It is a space where there is absolutely no doubt, where there is absolutely no fear. It is the pure space of the self only. You see, it is pure space of the self. You see? Yeah.
Nischaya con mayúscula es el espacio donde no existe la duda ni el miedo. Es simplemente es lo más puro.
It is the space where nothing is left to be done. There is nothing to be done. Only decisions are required when there is something to be done. When there is a role to be performed, there is work to be performed, you are needed to do something, that is when a decision is needed. But when nothing remains to be done, where is the decision? There is no decision maker. When the decision maker disappears, then the final decision arises. Okay?
Wow. En este espacio donde no existe la duda ni el miedo, y no existe nada para hacer, no hay decisiones que tomar, entonces la decisión final aparece.
And the final decision is Swayamapura, Hoon Shuddhatma Chhoo. I am the pure one. I am the blissful one. I am beyond. I'm done with all this doership in this life. You see, I'm done with all the doership.
La decisión final que aparece, que surge de este espacio, en este maravilloso espacio, es no hay nada que hacer, no hay decisiones que tomar, yo soy alma pura.
Yeah, I'm done with the decision. Yeah.
He terminado con estas decisiones relativas.
Yeah, and then you see, so this is very beautiful. Who means I is equal to I. Nischaya, you see, Nischaya is equal to the self decision, self decision, or Nischaya, or the self presence. Through the self-presence, I through the self-presence, and then now comes the next word, Nirnaya. Nirnaya is the exact determination. You see, it is the exact determination or the decision. So now, you see, there is a Hoon Nischaya Nirnaya. Nirnaya means now my decision-making process is based not from the body complex view, not from the intellect or who am I, but now my decision-making process is from the view of the Amapura, who Nischaya Nirnaya thhi Shuddhatma Chhoo. From that decision, from that space decision, I am the pure soul. Okay? From that location, I am the pure soul.
Nirnaya es la exacta determinación. La exacta determinación.
Yes. So from that space.
Y desde ese espacio es que surge, yo soy alma pura.
Yeah, say, I am the pure soul. I am the pure soul when all doubts have vanished. They're gone. When all questions are gone, where all answers are gone. You see, when that is from that space and view, I am the pure soul, you see.
Es la visión del alma pura, es donde todas las dudas, las preguntas, las respuestas se fueron.
Yeah.
Y solo lo que queda es yo soy alma pura.
You see, the Mahatmas make this mistake by saying, okay, there it is, Patricia or Mom or Luz Maria reciting Charan Vidhi and says, through determination, I am pure soul. You're not through the intellect, not through the ego. Ego cannot decide, you know. If ego could make the determination, then all your New Year resolutions and birthday resolutions would have brought results, you see.
Por más que recitemos yo soy alma pura, si lo estamos haciendo con la cabeza, no va a estar pasando nada, porque no es desde el intelecto la conexión, no es el espacio de donde surge.
Yeah, the ego and the intellect complex cannot decide Soyama Pura, okay? You will fall flat on your face. It will not work. The Charan Vidhi will not work for you, okay? It will not work. You will keep on reciting it, and you'll say, it doesn't work for me, you see? You know?
Sí, todo lo que se recita, recitar y rezar el Charan Vidhi con la cabeza, con el intelecto, es algo que se va a volver en nuestra propia cara, no va a dar resultado de ninguna manera.
Yeah,
no sirve.
You know, you cannot convince that which cannot be convinced. The ego and the intellect are fixed, have brought their fixed views in discharge, and they are discharging. You see, it's a movie that is discharging, it's a movie that's playing. That view is not to be changed. It is the view of the one who is awakened, who says, Hoon, Nischaya Nirnaya thhi, Nischaya na Nirnaya thhi. It is the determination of the self. It is the view of the self. It is as the self that I am the self. It is as the self that I am the self. See?
Recitar, decir alma pura y desde el intelecto es algo que no funciona. Y no es el intelecto y el que puede decir eso, solamente desde la visión del alma pura el que puede decir.
Yeah, when you say,
yo soy alma pura.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when you say it is as the self that I am the self, you see, when you say that it is as the self that I am the self, there is no evidence of the non-self in that decision, in that view, in that self, you see. There is no evidence of the non-self there, you see. Beautiful. It's so absolutely beautiful.
Cuando hablamos desde el ser como el ser alma pura y decimos desde el ser yo soy el ser, ahí no hay vestigio del no ser.
Yeah, and you see,
entonces ahí sucede lo maravilloso.
Because you see, we have been trained and we have been used to the action reward approach to the world. You do something and you get a reward. You see, to do something you get a reward, and therefore you continue to do something to get a reward, the result. You see, and now we are entering into the dimension where all equations of activity versus reward or result are not part of the equation. They are not part of this story of liberation. You see?
Estamos acostumbrados, en realidad estamos como entrenados a que toda acción trae un premio. Entonces, esta acción y este premio son parte de una ecuación en la cual fuimos criados y educados. Pero desde el ser no hay espacio no hay espacio para la acción y premio.
You know, did you use the word kriyados? Did you say kriyados, my dear? Did you say that?
Yes,
Yeah, this
right?
is it's very interesting because that is the same thing as kriya, which is the word in Sanskrit or in Hindi. You see, kriya to activity. You see, activity.
Ah,
Yeah, you
oh.
see, kriya.
Es muy parecida a la palabra criado, a la palabra en sánscrito que quiere decir actividad.
Activity, and we now know that there is continuous activity that is happening through and inside this that we identify as the mind and this body, and the consequence of these words. If the words come out, there is in reaction to that, there is a reaction inside this mind and body. So this is all kriya. This is all called kriyados or kriya activity.
Oh, todo este cuerpo y esta mente y también estas palabras que salen producen una actividad que se llama criados en sánscrito. Producen actividad.
Yeah.
Todo tiene que ver con lo relativo.
And you know, now we have become exactly and absolutely free from that. We have free means Dada Bhagwan as the witness. You see, free means I am Dada Bhagwan, I am the Vitarag, I am the blissful one seeing this activity. First I have to see this activity, and therefore I am free from the activity. See, I'm seeing this activity.
El ser libre significa yo soy Dada Bhagwan, yo soy alma pura, yo soy el ser. Y es el que observa la actividad. Yo soy libre cuando puedo ver lo que está sucediendo.
You see, this is not Chris, I have written Chris, but it is Kriya Marcia, okay? Kriya. I'm seeing the Kriya, the activity of the mind, body, and word effects. The words directly are independent, but they are very powerful in creating effects within the mind and the body. You see?
Ahora, ser libre es poder ver las palabras, la mente y el cuerpo, y poder ver la actividad que producen estas palabras en la mente y en el cuerpo.
Yeah, this one single word can lift you up and take you to liberation, and one single word can take you to bondage in hell. You see, this just words lift you up or words make you fall. You see, it is, what is it in a word? What is there in a word that does it? You see, very, very effective words, you know.
Hay palabras que pueden elevarte y hay palabras que pueden hundirte y atarte en el infierno, ¿no? Las palabras tienen tremendos efectos. ¿Qué es lo que tiene la palabra, no? Tienen tremendos efectos.
Yes, so when we say, after, you know, in this first paragraph that our dear Patricia read, you see, you know, first, all of those sentences, before this sentence, Hoon, Nischaya, Nirnaya, Kevad. Now, this Hoon, Nischaya, Nirnaya, Kevad, this is, I didn't give you that word yet. Kevad means absolute. Kevad means absolute. Kevad, Shuddhatma Chhoo, Hoon, Nischaya. And, you know, and I think you have this in Gujarati in the Charan Vidhi, don't you? Let me just make sure you do. I'm just sharing that. Yeah, see this word here, Nischaya, Nirnaya, Kevad, Shuddhatma Chhoo, you see. So now this Kevad here means absolute.
Okay, Kevada significa absoluto allí.
So, you know, in other words, you're not even stopping. I'm absolutely this pure self through the vision that is mine. I am absolutely the pure self through the vision that is mine, but mine is not a good word, through the vision of the self that I am. You see?
Yo soy la pura visión de lo que yo soy.
Yeah, through you see, this is the first. You see, it is in so far we have said Dada Bhagwan and Namaskar, Trikard, Namaskar, Namaskar, Hey Niragi, Nirvikari, and we have spent time in previous Charan Vidhi sessions describing these beautiful words. You see, each word that has the energy to liberate us, each word that takes us to liberation. You see, and so far we are describing him. So far we are describing Dada Bhagwan, either him live or the one inside. You see, we are describing him. But now finally, having described him, this is the first sentence of the exact presence. You see, now we are coming in your space. Now we are coming in our own special space, and we haven't even begun. We haven't even begun we have just begun in the sentence of the Charan Vidhi.
El poder de las palabras, ¿no? Que tiene esta cualidad de poder llevarnos hacia lo mejor o hacia lo peor. Y hablando de que vaya, que es lo absoluto. Y esta visión que tenemos de nosotros mismos es la descripción de Dada, es la presencia exacta y es el espacio exacto.
You know, even if for the rest of the week until you meet me again next Saturday, if you just every time you're walking, every time you have a little breathing space from your work, see? Every time you have a little time, if you just say, Hoon, Nischaya, Nirnaya, thhi, Shuddhatma Chhoo, or you can say it in your language, okay?
Lo que nos invita ayuda que en esta semana, hasta el próximo encuentro, repitamos esta frase durante toda la semana. Lo podemos hacer en Gujarati o en nuestro propio idioma.
So it's really through the decision of the self that I am the self. I am the absolute self. Through the decision of the self that I am the absolute self, is the exact translation of this sentence, you see. It has a new meaning in terms of the applicability of these energies, you see, of who we are.
A través de la decisión del ser que soy el ser absoluto. Y esto es la decisión que yo puedo tomar.
Okay, or I'm trying to avoid the word my, because where the Amapura is, there is no my, you see.
Sí, my es una palabra mío o mi es una palabra que tiene que ver no con el alma pura, sino tiene que ver más con lo relativo.
Yeah, my belongs to the relative. The I has been separated from the my in the Gnani Vidhi, and then it is a permanent, eternal separation. This is so there is no my, but you can't say through my decision, because it will make you slip, you see. So you can say through the decision of the self that I am, Nischaya, I am the absolute self, you see, and I've just shared that sentence with you.
A través de la decisión del ser que soy, soy ser absoluto.
Yeah. You see this निमन के पहले चाबी ले जाए, हाँ? Mahendra ni Chavitam. Sorry, I didn't just. Yeah, જોઈ છે ઉપર લખેલું છે, right? એમાં ઉપર. I'm sorry for the just. I have some guests here. That's why. Okay, carry on. So through the decision of the self, you see, I have now shared the sentence, and Marcia will share it with everyone. Translate it. Marcia, type the whole sentence again in Spanish. Okay, the last sentence that I have done. It's such a powerful sentence because even trying to describe it through translations, you lose some energy from it, but you know what we mean. If I can convey, if we can convey this meaning, so that you have come into your space, and then you begin to understand what Nischaya is, what determination is, you see, then you are on the right train. You are on the right train. Otherwise, that other train takes you into sansar or worldly interactions. You see?
Desde el espacio que hablemos, va a estar mostrando hacia dónde vamos. Porque podemos equivocarnos y tomar el camino equivocado.
Okay, so
entonces
now,
estar en el...
Yeah, does everybody understand this? Everybody in here in the group understand this? We just want to take a little question and ask if everybody understands, because it is only through the exact understanding that we will rise. Let's just ask them if they understand this.
Solo desde el entendimiento correcto vamos a poder elevarnos.
Yeah, you can say, I am the absolute self through decision and determination. But now our decision and determination have shifted in a totally different world. It's no longer a decision and a determination of Julio and Laura, or of Sandra or Neelida. You see, it is a decision and a determination which is based on the view first, okay, on the view.
No, esta no es una decisión que nosotros podamos tomar desde nuestro ser relativo, desde Patricia o Laura o Sandra. Esto es y esta frase tiene tanto poder que puede elevarnos directamente, llevarnos a ese espacio de la visión del darshan.
You see, yeah, absolutely. It's a darshan, you see. It's as if there is a natural stepping away from everything that is in front of you, that is happening in the world of Sicilia, you see, of Los Angeles, or Sicilia, of Buenos Aires, you see. It is a view only where there is no opinion, and therefore there is no rag, attachment, or dvesh. You see, it is a view that is pure freedom, the view of moksha.
La visión que se tiene desde este espacio es una visión sin apego, sin juicio, sin opiniones. Es una visión, es visión nada más.
Okay, so my Shuddhatma Bhagwans, everyone, we have a few little time, so I think we're going to start with this group in Spain, singing the three mantra. All right. No, sorry, the Dada Bhagwan Nasim Jajikar Ho, a few lines of Dada Bhagwan Nasim Jajikar Ho. We offer this energy for our Gnani who is in Europe, and will be on the Mediterranean Sea pretty soon. In fact, they're all starting the cruise today on the Mediterranean, and you and I all know what is happening in Eastern Mediterranean, you see, with reference to Syria and everything. So let us all offer very positive, peaceful energy for, the suffering masses of the people in that area. And so it is for them that we offer this Dada Bhagwan Simje Jekar Ho, and also so that with the Gnani, with his vision, wherever he goes on the cruise, may the pure Parmanus, pure energies, subatomic particles energies, flow for the peace for the people in that area. All right.
Vamos a pedir que los españoles canten la oración Dada Bhagwana Sirmache Cargo, y que la intención sea para que nuestro Dada Di Papai va a estar en un crucero en el Mediterráneo del Este, y nosotros todos sabemos qué es lo que está sucediendo ahí en Siria, y va a estar viajando con todos los Mahatmas, así que todos sus pensamientos y sus partículas de pensamiento lleguen a todos los seres que están allí.
So what we'll do is we'll give 3 minutes each, and only the group, in order to avoid the confusing sounds, where the others will be muted. This first will be the Yaya group, then it will be the Mexico group, then there'll be Patricia, and then Maman, then Laura, and then the Luz Maria group, and then finally Marcia, and then we'll have Martha if she's available. Okay, so this is how we'll do 3 minutes each. So let us start. Sing it with a lot of love. Our liberation is already done. We are in moksha, but let these beautiful energies go to this area. So let us do that. So I'm going to...
Empecemos.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
Empecemos y él nos va a ir poniendo al aire, y así todos podemos cantar y no se prestan confusiones. Primero empieza España y así vamos siguiendo.
And so let us start now with Yaya and her group.
Dada Bhagavana Asina Jai Jai Kariko, 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 Dada Bhagavana Asina Jai Jai Kariko.
Now the Mexico group now. Mexico, louder. Yes, please sing. The ones in Mexico, please sing.
Bhagavanana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho Dada 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 Bhagavanana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho.
Now we sing Patricia. Patricia.
Dada Bhagwana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho 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 Dada Bhagwana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho.
Jai Sachidananda. Mamen. Mamen.
Dada Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho 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 Dada Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho.
Go on. Now, Julio.
Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho Dada 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 Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho O Dada Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho O Dada Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho Dada Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho Dada Bhagavana Asima Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asima Jai Jaikar Ho, O Dada Bhagavana, Asima Jai Jaikar Ho, O Dada Bhagavana, Asima Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asima Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana,
Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asina Jai Jaikar Ho,
Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho,
Beautiful, beautiful.
Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho,
Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho, Dada Bhagavana, Asim Jai Jaikar Ho.
Thank you, Marta. Thank you, Jai Sachidanand. So we see, we just visualize a large cruise ship, which has got nearly 1,200 to 1,300 Mahatmas who are going to be in the Mediterranean until next Saturday, Sunday. And imagine all of them having the same energies of Dada Bhagwan Asim Jai Jaikar Ho. They're sending all these very positive vibrations against everything else that is happening over there, which is by all standards negative, hurtful, and painful. You see? And
podríamos visualizar un crucero que lleva entre 200 y 300 Mahatmas que están en el Mediterráneo del Este y que les llegan todas estas energías positivas y para poder neutralizar todo el dolor y el sufrimiento que está sucediendo allí.
This is the vibrations of non-violence, vibrations of pure non-violence of Dada. You see?
Son las vibraciones de pura no violencia de Dada, las que están allí.
Not only in the ocean, the Mediterranean Ocean, but inside, as you know, it is inside these oceans where there are increasing numbers of nuclear submarines and all kinds of lethal weapon submarines, you see, from where all these things are happening. So may they all of those people may, you know, even though they may be operating the most powerful of these nuclear vessels, you see, those soldiers are just human beings like you and I, you know. They do not want to do this. They do not want to hurt anyone, you see.
Esto que está sucediendo en el océano y debajo del océano, hay submarinos nucleares, pequeños submarinos con armas, y también están los soldados que también son seres humanos, y ellos no quieren estar haciendo esto verdaderamente.
So
Así la imagen, la energía de Dadashri, de Papai, es no violencia.
Yeah, so it is a very, very powerful force that you have the Gnani and his Mahatmas in such a large force at the same time, while, you know, with adding all the positive energies in that area, and we all join with them. So, you know, whenever we sing Dada Bhagwan, we say, Dada, you do the work. All I know what to do sitting in Madrid or in Mexico City or in Buenos Aires or in Germany. All I know is to sing. Just do what you have taught me. That's all I want to offer.
Y lo que nosotros podemos hacer es ofrecerle esta canción y ofrecérsela, porque es lo único que él nos enseñó y que podemos hacer para que sea él el que obre allí.
So, you know, having surrendered all of this, you just surrender, and every time you see, hear, or think of any violence, at the same time, you know, you just kind of revert back and you offer these positive energies through Dada Bhagwan Singh Jikar Ho. It has a very healing effect, you see. It has a very profound healing effect.
El cantar, el entregar todo esto a Dada y cantar esta hermosa canción tiene un efecto sanador muy, muy poderoso y profundo.
Yeah, so I've taken your extra time, but you know, you have a wonderful day, the rest of today, yeah, all of you. Shuddhatma Bhagwan. Yeah.
Tomó tiempo extra y nos desea que tengamos un hermoso día. Same to you, Shuddha. Jai Satchitananda.
Jai Satchitananda. Jai Namaskar. So now I will stop the recording, but if you all want to talk among yourselves to anyone, you can continue to talk. You can unmute yourself and talk. So until we meet again, highest namaskar. Jai Satchitananda. Jai Satchitananda. Unmute. Yeah. Jai Satchitananda. So